Welcome back, everyone. This is Brands and Empires, where I share my personal experience in the industry to help you get started, and also the ups and downs of our day-to-day running of the business. If you spent the last weekend at ISS, or maybe you've been under a rock, you may not be aware that Kenyonken just announced that he is shuttering his DTG business after only like 4 or 5 months in the industry. When I first heard about it in our Discord, I was pretty shocked. But after watching the video where he goes into detail about why he's backing away, it makes perfect sense. Kenyonken is an entertainer first and foremost, and the vibe of his channel since the very beginning has been lighthearted, upbeat, and hopeful, with his magnetic personality really shining through. When he first jumped into the DTG videos, that bump in view count and subscriber count was initially deceiving, because out of that new wave of subscribers and viewers was a huge group of people who are seriously considering either getting into the custom apparel business or the purchase of a direct-to-garment machine. And this new type of subscriber is obviously way different than the first couple 100,000 people that started following Ken in the beginning. And I mean, even though his delivery is amazing, there's this vocal subset of these new subscribers who are missing the fact that this is supposed to be an entertaining chance to watch a new business unfold, not a call to action to go rush out and buy a DTG machine. Part of the reason why I first started my channel was because I saw this new wave of DTG videos coming out where a lot of really popular YouTubers were talking about how excited they were, and I mean, I saw the passion that Ken had shining through in his videos, and I remember telling my wife, I was like, this is gonna be dangerous. There's gonna be a lot of people that go out and buy a $20,000 machine that are completely unqualified because they see their favorite YouTuber with 250,000 subscribers just jumping into this head first, and they're not understanding all of the logistics that go on behind the scenes that make the YouTubers a good fit, but make these individuals with no business experience, no existing customer base, just a completely bad fit. And I felt compelled to make my 5 reasons why video to try to act as a guidepost or a warning sign for as many people as would listen, to say, hey, look, there is another side to this industry, and it is not all roses and million-dollar contracts. You really need to make sure this is a right fit for you before you jump in head first. But from Ken's standpoint, coming from the angle of an entertainer and a YouTuber, I think he said it in a roundabout way. He was at the top of this niche. Him and Reyes are almost tied for first as far as subscribers go. And then you got guys like Charlie Pangus and 38 Ride Co. And then like T-Shirt Chick and Matt over at Mikey's Silk Screen and Design, shout out to y'all, who are the tier 2, and then you got tier 3 channels, and I'm like tier 4 down there at the very bottom. So for him to be at the very top of that, even though he was driving a huge amount of interest into our little tiny genre, he probably thought, you know what, I'm aiming for 1 million subscribers, and if he's already tied for first place, where are you going to go from there? You can only grow the interest in your niche so much before you reach the top. And I'm sure looking at that was extremely worrying. He even mentioned he didn't want to get pigeonholed as the t-shirt guy, just doomed to the backwaters of YouTube, where he would never get good exposure on the front page of trending. You know, I'm sure he's going to get a ton of hate for backing away from his commitment that he made publicly on YouTube, but this is the perfect time to just try new things. I mean, he's in his early 20s right now. He should definitely be following what he loves to do and not getting caught up in trying to follow through with a hardcore commitment that he made before he really understood what it was going to take to build a huge business in this industry. I mean, can you imagine if every time you put out a New Year's resolution, if 250,000 people were trying to hold you to it and just slaughtered you alive if you backed away from it? That would be a nightmare. As far as the equipment going in used, it may not be as efficient as outsourcing his work to somebody else from a pure dollars invested standpoint, at least not for the first year or two. But once he gets into the swing of things, his DTG is going to remain profitable as just a means for him to produce his own merchandise, if nothing else. And then eventually, once the smoke clears from all this, I'm sure he'll be able to use this as a source of content for producing shirts, even if he doesn't try to dig into like the gritty business details, which that's not his interest anyways, so I'm sure he'll stay away from it. Either way, in the long term, I'm positive that it's going to turn out profitably because he has this engine moving and the momentum behind him driving him forward. The biggest takeaway for me, though, is that in his early 20s, he had the self-awareness to see that he wasn't happy and that he was moving in a direction that would eventually lead to him burning out. This move may have closed his DTG business to the public, and I know a lot of people are looking at this and thinking, well, you know what, if it was worth $50 or $100 or $200,000 a year, then how could he walk away from that? But you gotta remember, his biggest assets and income generation tools are his personality, his channels, his hustle, and his passion for creating content. I mean, for many others though, who are thinking about getting into DTG, this could be a life-altering purchase. And I think it's important to see this as a huge learning experience. I said it in one of my other videos. That's why my advice to you is to get started cheap. Make some sales, get some traction. Once you have some money flowing, then buy the equipment that's gonna help you service your existing customers. It's not glamorous to start slow, but it is safe. The best part about starting slow is, if for whatever reason you decide you really hate this industry, at least you won't have $17,000 in payments left to make when you finally realize it. And when you look back, Kenyonken had everything going for him on paper. The subscriber base, the market, some experience in the custom apparel field. But once he got down to it, he realized that, at least in his case, there was better, more profitable options out there for him, and most importantly, the potential to grow what he's most passionate about. Luckily for him, he has the ability to pivot, learn from this experience, and move forward stronger than he was before. But if you found yourself in this situation, $20,000 deep, would you be stuck with a huge amount of debt for years and years? Hey, if you love this video, please like, subscribe, and hang out with us in the Discord channel, because we are always learning from each other and sharing our ideas on how to grow and how to become better business owners. So join in with us, and I can't wait to see you guys next time.